What's going on, everybody? So we got a Minn Kota Terrova. It's got spot lock. It's the 24 volt system, and we're going to diagnose why your Minn Kota trolling motor doesn't want to turn on. Oh, come on! Okay, some tools required. We're going to need a multimeter, probably a Phillips screwdriver, maybe a flathead. Might need a flathead. Might need something for the battery. Might need something for up here. Hard to say. But we're going to go through things here. So first off, check your power and ground on your battery. Okay, so we're going to spin this light around. Okay, so we're down here in the front, our storage compartment here, where our batteries are sitting. So right there, there's a positive battery post. In behind there is a negative battery post. So right here, that little square box is a breaker. You want to make sure that the breaker's not pushed. Okay, so that's good. Then we're going to want to check these little wing nuts here. Make sure those are nice and tight. I had an issue where this little wing nut come loose. I don't see that there's a lock washer on that wing nut, so I'm going to take this off at a later date and put a lock washer underneath the wing nut there just to make sure it stays nice and tight. Then there's two little screws to that breaker. One of those screws were a little bit loose. Just because of where this battery sits, it's against the wall, and if the batteries kind of shift around a bit there, just because they're held in by a nylon strap, as you can see on the side right there. Anyways, so I had to tighten up these screws, tighten up that wing nut. The other battery on the other side had a similar concept of what was going on. Come loose there just from probably bouncing around. I was like, oh wow, that's going to be an easy fix. Plug in the unit to see if it works, and it still didn't work. So now I was checking power on the outside of the breaker where the wire hooks up here. I was getting power on both batteries coming outside of the back side of the breaker, so I had good power and ground. Now power goes from the battery to the plug. Now this is a 24 volt system, so it's a little bit different than checking your 12 volt system. So I'm going to show you how to check this 24 volt system. On your multimeter, we're going to want to put that on 200 DC volts. So that's direct current, DC volts 200. Okay, so we're at 0 there. Okay, so what I did is I took a picture of the backside to try and figure out which one was power and ground. So over on the left, left looking at it this way, we have two powers over here, two negatives here. If you were to flip it around, it would be the opposite, right? For left and right. So when I went to go check this would be the ground side over here. So when I went to go check this, I tried this side and this side right here, and I wasn't getting anything. So if I was to take my power here, now I get my 13 volts. And then if I take my negative and go down to the bottom one and the upper, come on, I'm not getting a good connection. There we go. Now I'm getting a good connection there. My leads are a little small, so I got 13.4 there. So it's kind of across from each other. Okay, so we got power there, but when I plugged this in, I wasn't getting any power. Well, I wanted to see if there was power on this side, like coming out of here. So I took my power wire connector off, just the skirting. You got 2 screws here, you just loosen them up. You don't have to pull it all the way off. And then so I pulled it back, and then there's 2 screws here and here, both sides. I had to loosen those so I can slide the cap down. When I got looking inside, I don't know if you guys can see that with the lighting and stuff, but this crossover bar here is all blistered and it looked like it got hot, like a bad connection, like it was sparking. So on these here, this would be your 12 volt hole, your ground, your 24 volt. So this is a 24 volt system, so it's your power's on the 24, your ground is in your ground. So I was looking at this, and when I had it plugged in, you should be able to check your power and your ground right at the screws. But I wasn't getting anything when it was plugged in. So I was humming and hawing, kind of trying to figure out what was going on. I mean, that does look bad there. I wanted to try and take this apart a little bit further to see if it would help. Like if I could figure out what was going on the inside and why I wasn't getting power. And that crossover bar here is definitely bad, right in there. So what I did is I tightened that up, and then I plugged it in to see if it would work. Like just as a fluke, and now it turns on. Wasn't turning on before. So we'll shut that back off. Disconnect this. So in here, it seemed that this kind of broke away. The solder must have come undone or something was taking place. But when I squished this down, the little tab in here kind of squished on this bar, and now it works. But tomorrow I'm gonna go get a new one of these, because I definitely don't want this shorting out while I'm out busy fishing and kind of stopping my day. It's the connector here that's bad. Easy fix. So we'll pop these, we'll go get a new connector there tomorrow. Pop these 2 screws out, the wire will just slide out. Slide the new connector on, screw everything together, and we're good. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.